Okay, officially welcome everyone to today's free masterclass, The Magic of Connection to Self and Spirit. I do this every few months to connect with you all, to remind you all of your essence, of your divinity, and to share what messages Spirit has for us, what activation Spirit has for us. And for those that are new to my world, welcome. I'm Leilani. I am a Master Akashic Records practitioner. I am a multidimensional energy healer. I am, what am I? I work with light language. Um, I have all of these beautiful programs, and I'm just deeply in co-creation with spirit at all times. That's how I live my life very intentionally. So I'm so happy to be with you all today. I'm in the midst of um, what do they want to call it? I'm in this midst of this really deep activation, but it's a reawakening for my own journey. And so there's some of that energy that might come through today. You might feel some of that. It's in this space, and you're all here because we're all meant to be here. So thank you for joining. And thank you to those that are listening and with us in the ethers at a later time. You're still with us here energetically. I just want you to know that I have invited all your angels, your guides, your loved ones to be with us here today. Um, and some of them are very chatty. Some of them are very chatty. I also have the gift of mediumship on this side. It comes through sometimes people's loved ones come through sometimes from the other side, and sometimes that are still here on the earth plane, they might come through with messages. So some are quite chatty, and some are just in observance and holding space for us today. Uh, my request of you is to just begin to allow whatever intention you hold for yourself, for today, for what you desire from today, what you desire for yourself, just to bring that into conscious awareness. It's like you're bringing it into the forefront of your being, of your body, rising it within your body. And they've already begun. I channel, and so I'm channeling from source energy. There's not one particular guide. It's interesting that they're having me sometimes there are certain people that want to know all the ins and outs and all the beautiful little juicy details. So sometimes they have me go really descriptive in my explanation, and sometimes they're just open in the energy. And so I channel from the divine. There's not one particular like ascendant or master being or guide that I channel. Sometimes when light language comes through, I might be channeling light language from specific beings that might be from your soul family or other planets that you have inhabited in other lifetimes. So I just ask you all to mute if that's okay. There was some feedback. Um, that might be feedback from from spirit, but just know that you will receive what you are meant to receive today. There's nothing that you need to do except for allow yourself permission to open your heart, permission to release anything that does not serve you, to allow yourself to surrender it to spirit, to surrender it to the divine, to know that if you hold a greater intention, right? Because we've brought your intention now to the forefront, that if you hold this greater intention, that spirit and your angels and guides are already working on your behalf to move you into that energy of that solidified intention. And so, yeah, in that regard, we've already begun, and we've begun already even before we started this call. So there's so much energy moving through in terms of what is here from a collective field, right? From humanity, from us moving into this new earth, new world energy, and for you as individuals in your own journey, and for us particularly as this special, unique group as we are in this present time and space called now, right? Because we've all been guided to. We've all, thank you, we've all aligned to the energy that was present and available for us to say, yes, this is an alignment for me now. And so, yes, I choose um, say yes to the invitation for that alignment. And how beautiful is that? Okay, thank you. It's interesting because most of if you hear the dogs, they sometimes might want to speak and share some of their own energy as well. Um, I'm at a new place and one of my little one is very vocal. So apologies for that. I might need to put him outside. Hugs. And the energy. Okay. Um, in terms of It's important to note that we are working with many different energies because today's masterclass, hold on one second, everybody, if that's okay. This is Huxley. This is the vocal little guy. Um, it's interesting, right? Because these animals, these beings, they feel the energy so strongly, even though they cannot see, they can sense, even though they cannot hear, they can sense. And that's what Spirit was going to address is there's all these energies working at play in our lives, right? At this junction for us, and for us as humanity, because there's us as our own soul essence, there's us in participation of the human experience. There's us as part of the world, right? As part of the earth. So there's so many different energies that we're working through. And it's important to thank you, as this masterclass is called The Magic of Connection to Self and Spirit. It's really important to understand self, to understand where we are as self in this moment, in any given moment, to understand who are we without other, who are we as self, who are we in our own soul's truth and experience, who are we today, because we are different than yesterday, we are different than last week, we are different than 10 years ago. Who are we now? Who do we desire to be? What are we moving towards for self? What are we still holding on to? What is still creating density in our field, in our experience? And also, it's important that as we get clear on self, having this understanding and this discernment of what we allow in from the outside to impact self. Okay, so there's that. Those are two different things. Who as we are in self and who we are in allowance for others to impact self. The experiences of humanity, our own individual experiences and contracts and agreements, right? And allowing people's projections to impact our belief of self, our stories of self, right? Our family does that so well. We do that so well to others in our family, right? Um, how we let society, culture, conditioned programming of the society, right, that is shifting, still impact the stories that we tell ourselves, right? And then there's that role, there's that, again, that third energetic entity of self in this role of humanity. How are we impacting the human collective? How are we as self creating, not creating, connecting, disconnecting, disassociating with that is in the greater field, with how we are as humans and what we are moving towards, right? Because we've all chosen to be here at this time. We've all chosen to be a part of this greater awakening. So, are your eyes open? Are you seeing what's happening? Are you paying attention to what's happening in the Middle East? Right? Are you paying attention to Gaza? Are you paying attention to Sudan? Are you paying attention to what's happening around the world? right? Or are we just in self? How can we be in self and also be with other? How can we be in self and love self and honor self and be in our divinity and also eyes open, create this energetic exchange with the worlds that we are living in and the worlds around us? It is important that we have a distinction of all three. Okay, it is important that we understand, and that's not to say that we all need to be activists, because maybe that's not your role in this life, but it is your role to pay attention. It is your role to understand. It is your role to bring forth your own light and with intention, because we started off with intention, right? With intention, understand what energy do you want to give to the spaces that you occupy, to the world that you inhabit, to the people in your circles, right? Because we have many circles, right? This is a circle. We have our circle of friends, we have our circle of loved ones, we have our circle of our greater community. We're constantly in an energetic exchange. Are you conscious of the energy that you're giving to others? Right? Again, it's really important to be in honoring of self, aware of self, of what you carry, of what density you're holding, of what you need to clear, and to consciously and responsibly do that. Okay. And a lot of these start off with, again, I don't do much preparation because it's the energy that's here. And I trust that what I am being channeled is what is needed in this time, right? I trust that I am being given all that is needed for us to calibrate us and move us and shift us into the energy of greater alignment. That's interesting. They said alliance. It's in, thank you. Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Everybody likes to talk, talk, talk. Spirit, and there's different energies, right? That's talking. You may feel your guide talking to you. You may feel your angel talking to you. You may feel greater energies, like, like in this case, sometimes the Galactic Foundational Council, right, might have some energy that they are sharing with me, right? Because that's what the experience is in the human consciousness right now. So is this making sense to everybody? As what is coming through and here for us, it's such a strong reminder of who are you? Who did you choose to be in this life? Your truth, your light, not all the conditioning, not all the projection, not all of the density and the hardship. It's all story. All of that is story. It's whether or not we believe the stories that we tell ourselves or the truth that we hold and that we are. It's very important to connect to your light every day so that you know, okay? Because if we talk about discernment between self, self in other, self with other with self, if we talk about discernment, you got to know self first and foremost. You really, truly do. And that's the path. Thank you. They're saying that's the accelerated master path, but that is the path of the human consciousness, right? That is the path of, like, who are we? We're learning ourselves as we continue along this life, right? And hopefully you're loving what you learn. Hopefully you're really excited about how you meet yourself every day, what you discover about yourself, and even what you're healing, and even what you're moving through, because there's so much beauty and grace. And all of it, it's like, all of it is, thank you. How do you want to explain it? It's like this, you're in this container, in this vessel, as you are in this life, right? But there's so many experiences that you've had in other lifetimes. There's so many lifetimes that you've had with other beings, with other consciousnesses, in other worlds, in other dimensions and realities and planets. And it's like, who we are in self. And when I talk self, I'm talking about capital S self, right? Soul essence of who you are. I'm not talking about just your consciousness as a human being. I'm talking about all of you, right? And so, in this path and who you are today and where you are today is all of these amazing energies and consciousnesses that have led you to today. So you're on this accelerated path, right? You may not feel it sometimes. That's sometimes getting mirrored in story, in disbelief programming, right? In untruth, it'll bring you down, and then all of a sudden you're just caught up and I use this one a lot because this is something that I deal with, but like in caught up in like the asshole that cut you off in traffic, right? Instead of like, oh, my light and me and this beautiful life and who I am and what I'm here to do. And again, you don't need to have this like strong understanding of purpose. That's okay if you're still figuring that human purpose, for lack of a better word, figuring that out. But purpose for you is really just joy. How do you experience joy every day? If you truly felt your light, then you would experience joy every day. If you felt your light, then you would experience the highest form of love and source consciousness every day because that is your light, that is your divinity, that is your truth. We are made of source, we are made of the earth. That's why it's so beautiful to rejuvenate and be in nature and rest, right? Because we are made up of the earth, earth's material and components. So when we are in and of the earth, we're connecting to also a part of ourselves, right? In this deep remembrance that we are nurtured, we are grounded, we are present, we are peace, we are thank you. Nurture just grows, right? You can leave things alone, and the elements of the earth will help it be nurtured. We don't really have to do anything. It's when we bring the nature in that we have to care for, because we're creating a dissonance in elements now. We're saying, okay, there's this possessive nature that humans say, like, now you are mine, right? Now you are mine, and I want this part of you, and that's not wrong. We're not here to make anything wrong. We're just understanding the difference of energy, right? It is different to be in the earth and to see like the trees and the flowers in appreciation, knowing that we are one with that, and to say, I'm going to make this mine and bring it into my world. And then I'm going to care for this thing in the way in which I do. And then now, if you fail and your plant dies, now I'm a failure and I did this thing. Well, no, right? But just know, discern the different energies. That's an example, right, of discernment and energy. We're creating something to make it ours instead of being open to the oneness of that we are with all that is, right? That interconnectedness of all that is. And it's not wrong. Like, it's just an example, like, oh, yes, I have plants, I have animals, right? I have all these things because it makes me feel good. But understanding again, there is a distinction in energy of all that is, right? And it's important for us, especially now at this time, because we're talking about the magic of connection to self and spirit. It's important to know at this time, truly, who are we, capital W, who are we as a self, capital S, and all that we are without all of the things that make us who we are. Who am I? If we stripped ourselves completely bare, we'd still be capital S, right? If we didn't have the materialistic things, if we didn't have anything around us, we would still be us in our essence, in our light, in our everything. Is that not enough to sustain us, right? To really allow us to feel the nourishment, the love, the truth, the guidance, right? And once you remember, it's really important that as you remember yourself, capital S, as you remember your truth, as you feel and bask into the light of who you are, all those piddly little things that we create stories around, they start to fall away. They don't hold as much importance, right? We can see from a grander scale what does hold importance and then where we want to give our energy to intentionally, right? Is this making sense? Sometimes they can go a little fast, but it's really important to, okay, thank you. It's interesting. They're just activating some of your crown chakras now. Some of you, you're very open. And we're going to go into what typically happens. Thank you. Is they have a lot of channeling messages and insights. And then we're going to go into some deeper clearing, which is really beautiful because we all love to feel like something's working, right? Again, story. If I close my eyes and I tune into my body, when really, even if your eyes aren't closed, things are working around and moving around, right? But we have a story. Thank you, Spirit. Another example. We have a story that if we close our eyes, then the work can begin. Then we can tune everything out, right? But it does help the mind to quiet. That's why we do it. And know that if you have trouble closing your eyes, there is some energy around um, there's some energy of resistance. There's some density and energy around resistance. If you're unable to close your eyes and just be and surrender, if you struggle with it and if you want your eyes open, it's like there's this need for control. Okay, so you might want to flip the switch on that and say, okay, what if we do close our eyes? What if we expand our level of control? Okay, we want to open and expand our perception and perspectives. Making sense. Yeah, Aga knows that we do a lot of energy with the head and the mind because this beautiful thing that we as humans have, right? This intellect, this mind, it has been it's based on conditioning, right? All our experiences have taught us we have to self-preserve and protect and do that in this way, right? We're in this energy of profound expansion. So the ways in which we used to think, they are not enough for us anymore. They don't serve us anymore. They don't align us to the truth of us anymore. But that doesn't mean we want to kind of like we don't want to negate what is done for us, how it has served us. We want to honor still our mind and our intellect, and we can do so in expansion. I've said this before many times in different in groups and channels, but we're not in the business of retraining or reframing and retraining our mind. We're in the business of expanding it for alignment, for truth. Okay? Because if we say, I don't want to think like that, I got to do this, then we're now making ourselves wrong and we're holding greater density of wrongness. We already have a lot of wrongness. Okay, we don't want more wrongness. We don't want more density on us, like inadvertently turning down our light and rejecting our light and denying our light because I did this thing again. Oh, I can't believe I'm still ooh. Oh, like I have to do all these things, right? It's like whenever we do that, our light goes down, our mind says it's in self-protective, right? Self-preservation mode. It needs to feel stronger, it needs to like do more control. But we just relax. The quickest way, since some of you are new here, to relax your mind, ease your mind, is to breathe into your mind, bring space into your mind, and then begin to acknowledge your mind. Thank you, beautiful mind. Thank you for protecting me. Thank you for all you've done all these amazing years. Wow, you've kept me alive and everybody else around me. Thank you, right? Tell it how brilliant it is, and then it can begin to relax. Breathe in more into the mind. Breathe in more oxygen, more freshness, for more vitality, and keep giving it love. And then it'll keep relaxing. And then as you breathe into any space, it creates more space. So breathe your life into the parts of you that you want more spaciousness. Like if you feel like you're in at any point, and we all have known this feeling at one point in our lives, a broken heart, we want to breathe into our heart. So our heart has the space for it to feel what it needs to feel, and that it feels that it can be other than broken, right? And just know, a little side note, yes, we may feel the energy of a broken heart, and maybe at different times you yourself may have felt broken, but no human is broken. We are human. That is the beauty of us, that there's a complexity, there's a nuance that we as humans hold that other beings don't hold, right? That's why we're kind of at the impetus of where we are in humanity, because it's time now for us to get our shit together and shift and change how we've been. It's different now. We have to raise our consciousness intentionally, collectively, and we all need to get on board to do so. Okay. That's why at this time, all the new age stuff, it's not new age anymore, right? There's so many more of these kinds of spaces for us to be in remembrance of our light, for us to, because as we amplify our light, as we feel our light and bask in the joy of our divinity, it cannot not be felt around us, right? You emit your energy just like when someone's having a bad day and they enter the room, you feel their energy, you feel their density, you feel the drop, right? So let's enliven and awaken through our capital S self, our light. And in doing so, it gives permission for others to feel theirs, for others to awaken theirs, for others to just be as they are. We want to be very clear again, right? What they were talking about in the beginning, in self and in other, and us as participants in the world, right? And us as humans to not one, you need to clear yourself. You don't need to. You can. I recommend it. Okay. It's very helpful to clear yourself, to clear any energies that you hold that don't serve you and your highest self, to clear any interferences that are in your field and energetic field, right? Auric, energetic, like etheric, all of the fields. We want to clear that energy. And then we want to make sure that we're not projecting onto others, right? That we're not the asshole cutting somebody off in traffic on the freeway, right? And we are human and sometimes that happens and it's okay if those things happen. We don't want to bring our energy down. Oh, fuck, I did it again. Oh my God, I'm such an asshole. Oh my God. Oh, I didn't see that person walking behind me. I should have left the door open. But we're in our head. We don't make things worse and bring ourselves down. We give ourselves grace in any moment. Grace is available for you in any moment to be in the energy and to allow that grace to remind you of the light and the compassion. And that softness that is available for us in any moment because we are supposed to experience joy and love. That is our purpose. You all have individual purposes into, your own contracts, right? Your own soul contracts and agreements in this life, right? And how that plays out for your own ascension. But as a human, choosing to be a human and choosing to be a human means that we have chosen to feel the complexities and the nuances of the human experience, right? And how beautiful, how beautiful. I just had a friend that reached out to me and I connected with her. I gave her a session on I think it was on Monday, and in like a span of 5 days, she like rattled off all these things that had happened. There were so many things. There was like she has this retreat center and the property in the house next door caught on fire. She was worried that her dreams and everything was just going to burn down and there were people staying there. And then someone she got news that somebody had passed away and then somebody else was having a baptism, like, and there were all these experiences happening in her life in the span of 5 days. And we went through a very, very deep healing session on Monday, and it was like, these experiences that are showing you, have you lost your center? Have you lost your center through all of these things that are coming at you? Because is there a pattern that all these things are happening around you and you have to deal with all this shit, right? Are you losing your center, or are you more like embodied in truth, in allowance? And her partner was like, How incredible that we're protected. How incredible that we're protected. How incredible that we are safe and blessed and protected in this. Because you can either choose to allow yourself to succumb to the projection of the world outside of you, or choose the other perspective that, like, how beautiful I'm in this experience. And this is a reminder that I can be centered and grounded and embodied in my truth and my light and be. And I am, right? And it flipped the switch and she needed that reminder. And she was telling me all these things and she was laughing about it with me, right? All these things that she was rattling off, and it was beautiful. It's also a side note of that is just know if you're in a period of deep integration. I laugh because I've experienced this, and not always was I able to laugh, right? I'd be like mad at spirit or at source sometimes, and I'm like, why am I going through this? Why am I experiencing this lesson, this experience, this situation? Like, it can feel difficult, it can feel hard, it can feel lonely, right? But you're not. That's when we're talking about the magic of connection to self and spirit. You're not alone. When you feel more in your truth, in your light, in your essence, you feel so much more connected to source. You feel so much more held, resourced, provided for. When you are connected to self, you are connected to spirit. Okay? You cannot have, and I had a friend who, it was interesting. For her, it was a little bit different. She said that she would go to source first sometimes, and then feel the connection to self. For me, my experience in my life is I had really had to be in myself. I had to feel who I was. I had to heal through my experiences before I can feel the deep trust and connection with spirit. And I say this because there is no right way. There just is, right? There just is. They're both in they're both is an interconnectedness. She felt source first, she felt God first, and then she felt herself. For me, I had to feel self first to really feel and be connected to God. But you can't have one without the other. It just is. That's the truth. Because the divinity is within you. The divinity is made up of source. You are source. You are light. Like, how beautiful is that? How magical is that? And when you actually have a strong belief of that truth, then you really begin to feel the power of magic and how it can create, like, even out. So for example, I'm in this like really powerfully activated transition in my life. And starting today, I didn't know where I was going to be living, where I was going to be staying. And this is my agreement and path with spirit in order to help serve others. I have chosen to take on a lot of life's experiences that most would find uncomfortable so that I could hold that space for others. That is the truth of a lot of my life's experiences. Um, and to be able to share that from deep resonance, that trust is really, and I have a lot of my clients, and a lot of times we go deep in that deep, dark, still quiet of self. We breathe in, and we'll go into that before we go into the healing, the deeper healing portion of this activation. Um, But having a trust, a complete trust, because it is 100% trust that I am cared for and I'm provided for. When your whole world is rocked and, like, we're taught that we need the roof over our head, we need that stability, we need the financial in our bank accounts, we need the job, we need the insurance, we need, like, oh, all these things. We need. And spirit's like, you have everything that you need. If you believe it, it will be provided. But oftentimes, we as humans push against, we push to make things happen. We push to create, to produce, right? We got to produce things, we got to work to make happen. If I work this, if I work 8 hours a day, I'll earn this, which will eventually lead me to my retirement, which will give me this, right? And Spirit's like, well, what if you just stayed in the trust and the believing and we just blessed you? We just blessed you with magic, with love, with opportunity, with financial stability. What if we just blessed you? And so for the past, like, I've been testing this out for you all. You're welcome. But I've been testing this out where I'm like, okay, let's really be in trust in a deeper way, in a way that's unshakable, that this is my true core essence. I'm so deeply in trust. And it's like, okay, what we get hung up on, one of the things we get hung up on, Spirit's reminding me, is time. If I was, oh, I need a place by, then I'm creating more edginess, right? I'm creating more like, it needs to happen. Yes, beautiful Aga. Like, it needs to happen now, but I don't have enough time. Well, a miracle can happen in a second. It truly can. And I've seen it happen time and time again for myself, foremost, and for others that I work with and I'm surrounded by. And a miracle, it's so funny. A friend the other day said, oh, I'm feeling into the little miracles in my life. And I'm like, are you measuring your miracles? Why do you feel the need to measure a miracle? A miracle is a miracle by any measure. A miracle is a miracle. If it aligns you to your light, to the grace of the divine, a miracle is a miracle. Do you choose to believe it to be a miracle, or is your mind still saying that can't be true? Right? That can't be true. Sometimes I do this thing. They're saying I do it all the time. So I do this thing where like I just keep things moving. I expect miracles and I expect blessing. And when they happen, I get so like blissfully, like joyfully excited. It's like a little kid when they get to go to the ice cream store or they go to the amusement park, right? They get so excited. But then I feel that and I allow myself to feel, and then I keep moving because I expect it in my life. I expect a miracle to happen for me every day. There was one year where my theme for the year that I chose for the year was miracle. And oh my God, that whole year really was a miracle. But I expect these blessings. And a blessing is not any different than a miracle, is not any different for me than a prayer answered, is not any different than an opportunity or a new friend or any of those things. To me, it's all the same energy. So if I hold it in the same energy and I have this energy of expectation, and consistency to be blessed with that, then so it shall be, right? Then so it shall be. I use this example a lot too. If there are some people that are like, I always get parking. I always, wherever I go, and they always get parking because they believe it to be their truth. 100% in their core, it is their truth. There is no doubt in their mind that wherever they go, they'll get parking. So they get parking, right? Yeah, you. If you have a belief that, oh God, something's going to happen again. Oh my God. That's your truth. It's going to happen. It's important for you to change and shift your stories, release any projections that have been bestowed upon you, some of them consciously, some of them against your will. Okay, clear all of that. And we're going to do some clearing in a little bit. But is this making sense? You are the like holder, the bearer of the magic. It's you. So that's beautiful. So you can say, okay, mind, you want to control? Let's control. Let's change and shift our narrative, our story, our perspective to say, we're going to be blessed with miracles and magic every day in every way. We're not going to hold a measure to it. We're just going to allow it to be. And then so it is. And then let's see. Let's allow the evidence to gather. Okay. And then at the end of the day, you can say, what happened to me today that was so beautiful? It might be something so small that you move through daily that you don't stop to say it's a miracle. But again, because I hold it all as miracles, as truth, as I don't need to, but maybe you might. Maybe you might need to be like, oh, that call that I received from a friend when I was feeling really lonely, that was a miracle because it shifted me out of my energy and it allowed me to remember my truth, my divinity, which then created this ripple and it then da 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 da, right? Again, this energy of getting tripped up on time. Okay, there's divine timing, this human social construct of time. It's not truth. That's why, yeah, that's why for those that don't know, I burp when we're shifting and moving through a lot of energy. So when I burp, you all feel better. Um, that's why there's like this whole theory on like quantum physics, right? This it's not it's like us moving through time, dimension, space, it's not real. Like we're experiencing those other timelines now. We're experiencing those other lives now. But our linear mind says, what do you mean? Okay. It's okay. Sometimes the mind needs, again, empirical evidence for it to feel real, right? So then you just ask spirit, ask your angels and guides, show me, show me. Show me so my mind can get on board. Show me so that my mind can be like, you're right, we are blessed. We do receive miracles daily. Okay. Utilize and invoke the power of alignment with all parts of you. Open your heart, ask your mind to participate, bring in spirit, angels, guides, like really allow. Like so many people are not utilizing the power of what is available for them, within them, and for them. We're like truly, even now, you're all only utilizing like 45%, they're saying, right? So, okay, well, now with intention, raise your consciousness, raise your energy now with intention, bring that higher. I had a client, it was hard for her to imagine going higher. So if you're a visual person, maybe you need to imagine you're going through like the glass elevator, Willy Wonka, right? Like Charlie in the Chocolate Factory. He's going through the glass elevator and he's going up, or you feel like you're ascending upon stairs or going up the escalator, right, to the divine. Just raise your consciousness. When you feel like you can't go higher still. Okay? Okay, everybody. So I invite you to just get a little bit comfortable. Get a little bit comfortable. We're going to do some deeper clearing. Get comfortable. Close your eyes. You can lay down if you like. You can just sit back if you like. But I invite you to close your eyes. With deep intention, allow yourself to be in allowance. Allow yourself to surrender to the energy that is here for you. And just take a deep, soft breath in through the nose and a slow, easy exhale from the mouth. Another soft breath in through the nose. Slow, easy exhale out through the mouth. One last conscious, intentional, deep breath in. And here, do a deep, audible sigh of release out. Yeah, really begin to release what you're holding. Any tension, any untruth, anything that no longer serves you. Allowing your breath to find its natural cadence, its natural rhythm. And just with that easy breath, that easy rhythm, going deeper into the quiet, still, dark part of your being. Go to that dark safety and stillness within you. Dropping deep in to that part of you. Dropping deeper and deeper still, where you feel that all the noise, all the things don't exist. It's just you in self. Just breathing easy in and from this place. And in this place, we're going to invite your higher self We're going to invite higher consciousness, divine intelligence, universal divine intelligence into this place to sit with you and be with you. And just breathing in the power of all of you gathered, breathing in the power of this greater truth, of greater consciousness, of deeper intention, of profound connection. Just breathing from that being place within, and then allowing that breath and your consciousness to rise. So, from deep within, allowing that breath to rise. And as you rise that breath through you, you're bringing in light to every part of your being where this breath is rising. And just begin to breathe in light. Breathe it in as you rise your consciousness and your own light within. Feel every part of you, every cell is being activated. Every cell is receiving this light that you're breathing in and breathing from. Just rise yourself until you feel like you're just kind of at the top of your chest, middle of your chest, and your heart space. This is where your soul resides. Just breathing easy from this place. Fully present to your own divinity. Fully present to higher consciousness, to source, your angels, your guides, all that is the earth, the heavens, the ethers, the sun, the great central sun, not just our sun, the great central sun, the moon, the planets, breathing in this interconnectedness of all that is, feeling you are a part of all that is. We're just choosing to release any and all energies, any densities, any tension, any pressure, any misalignments, any untruth, any conditioned belief programmings that aren't in and of higher truth and consciousness. We choose to release them now, clearing, releasing, and transmuting them now across all time, dimension, space, reality, and levels of consciousness. Allowing any emotions to rise, honoring those emotions, but not lingering on them, not attaching yourself to them, allowing them to rise and be transmuted and dissolved. Opening up all parts of your heart, any closed doors. It is safe here in this space to do so, to allow yourself to open, allowing your mind to open itself, the crown to open, allowing your throat to open and expand, releasing any density there that holds you from speaking your truest divine expression. Allow your chest to release any heaviness, any burdens placed upon yourself due to past self-transgressions or agendas or unmet dreams or needs. Releasing those now, any burdens placed upon you from others. Releasing and transmuting all of that energy now. And there's some light language that wants to come through. Alahatanahai so uata ashasanai itukunoai isoatanahasakata iloa anatikoa Open your hearts even more. Breathe life into your heart, giving permission for your heart to release any and all energies that no longer serve you. Otua ala kanasa tiriushosa tikarafi. Alahi sua no sukotoa. Ashosana atanakarai. Osonohatarai. If you're experiencing any tightness in your lower back, in your root chakra, any blockages or heaviness or density in that area, we're just going to open up that space for you now. Horohoroa sahatikani todoa shasa atana hotakarai. Oswasana tirio shusarai. Goroa sanati. Open up that part of you and allow your spine to open up. Open it up fully and completely to the divine and imagine light coming down, directly moving into the back, the top of your shoulder blades, in the middle of your neck, where your neck meets your spine. Allow the light to move and enter through that part of you, down your spine, moving through your back, down into your roots, and opening up that part. Good. Good. Onohalai sutagoa shasara tanai sukotoa atlai iswa. Shisina hufusarai. Osonoha akotoalai. Sino otokoroai shosa. Swata. Take a deep breath from your root chakra now, the base of your spine. And exhale it, all the energy out into the earth. Good. Feel the earth below you. Say hello to her. Feel her supporting you, holding you, anchoring you, nourishing you. Atunohala isutukoroa isutukoroa shasata sanati kuroa sati shosotukora katarani. Good. And now breathe up in through your chest, your lungs, your throat, into your mind. Allow your mind to receive this breath. Good, this beautiful freshness, this vitality of life, this beautiful breath and oxygen from the earth, so fresh, so clean, so spacious, so loving. Allow your mind to take this breath in, pushing out any densities, any tension, any pressure that do not serve you. Filling it instead with this beautiful light-filled oxygen directly from the earth. Good. Perfect. And take an easy breath into the mind. An easy exhale out. Good. We're just going to clear up your third eye. For some of you, it's a little foggy. Okay, we're going to clear up your third eye. Give it a nice little beautiful shine so that you can trust any intuitive hits, any guided truths, any light-filled wisdom and insights. Just take a breath in to your third eye and breathe it out down into the earth and out of your body. Breathe in through your third eye and out through the earth and out of your body. Good. Anahata karai soto sotoashasrai. Sunahata koroai saati. O soroa sotoa. Imagine you're breathing in golden, golden light. Maybe there's bright white speckles or sparkles of light. Just breathe it into your third eye, giving it a nice, light, cleansing, energetic upgrade now. Good, good, good. Perfect. And now take a breath into your throat. So you can speak your truth. We're clearing the pathway from the third eye through your throat. Breathing into your throat, breathing out of your throat. Maybe some of you need to clear your throat or cough. Release any energy that's pent up there, that's held up there, clearing it now, transmuting it now. Spirit, we ask that it be released now fully. Any energies within the throat that don't serve, doing so across all time, dimension, space, realities, levels of consciousness, and this time and space called now. Good, 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 good. Everybody just take a deep breath in. Feel this breath, so fresh, so clean. It's like the crispiest, cleanest air. Breathing it into your being, filling yourself up fully and completely with this freshness, this beautiful oxygen, this life sustaining energy that you get to breathe in. You choose with intention to fill yourself up. Good. And now drop into that deep, dark, still quiet within you. Meeting yourself in this place, your true self, feeling grace and honor and deep love and compassion for yourself and your experience, for your life, for you choosing to be human, for you choosing to be reacquainted with yourself in this way, for you choosing to be in higher consciousness now and as you continue to move forward. Breathe into that deep, dark, still quiet within you. And feel the gift of love that she or he is. Feel yourself as this gift of love and allow that gift of love, that gratitude of self, to expand through all of your being. Feel it in all of your cells, your bones, your skin, your hair follicles. Good. And just take another deep breath in. Deep exhale out into the earth. And when you are ready, you can come back into this space and open your eyes softly, reacquainting yourself with this present time and moment, being here now. So I just want to thank you all for choosing yourself in this past hour, for choosing to share your light, to reacquaint yourself with your divinity and your truth and the love of Source. I have, if anybody, thank you. I'm just in this beautiful energy. I'm like rocking through. It's so beautiful. They're reminding me to tell you. If you would like, on Friday, we're already in the energy of the Lionsgate portal. It has already opened itself to us starting on the 28th, I believe. So we're in that energy. So it's beautiful that, and I didn't plan this, that the masterclass actually was the same week. So if anybody would like to join, the transmission for Lionsgate on Friday, you can do so on my website. I think it's on my website. Yeah, it's on my Calendly. They're reminding me I have to check in sometimes because when I'm in this energy, it's hard for me to English or math or human. Um, and there's other things, other fun things that are coming up. I'm still working on, Jan, I'm still working on when the retreat is going to happen here in California, but that'll happen within the next few months, which I'm excited about. And I will be participating in a retreat in Portugal where I will be facilitating all the healing sessions. So that's in October. If anybody would like to join that, you can reach out. That's also, I don't think that's on my website. So reach out and I can give you some more information on that. Anything else, Spirit? No, just have this energy of softness and love of self and like really playing in the energy of your divinity, really being curious and exploring what that feels like for you today and as the days to come. Let that lead you. It's like you're breathing it out forward and then you're stepping into it as you move along your days and the week, okay? Um, drink a lot of water. We did clear. They're gonna, for some of you, not everybody, for some of you, they're gonna clear more tonight, this evening, as time moves on. But and there's this integration period. So just get rest, be easy, stay in this beautiful energy. Really feel the magic of what you created for yourself today, okay? Because it was you. You did this. Okay, you participated in this beautiful energetic exchange with everybody, but there was a lot that moved within you, okay, that you were able to release and heal within you. So we want to honor that. So, with that, thank you all so much. I'm sending you so much love. I am always here if you need me. It's nice to see some of you again. It's nice to see some of you again in this life. So, thank you. Many blessings, and I hope to connect with you soon. Bye, everyone.